Well, YouTube gang. Welcome back with my pal Soot.
I don't know who you remind me of, but I don't like him.
Anyway. We're gonna be listening to all the expedition journals. Because now that we have them all, it'll be cool. I don't know if I want to turn on face cam. Because I don't feel like it. But for the most part, this is going to be a separate video of just all the expedition journals for people who want to see the lore easily and with the read out.
Or people want to see your visual reaction to the lore.
I can already tell you, I could just put a screenshot of me standing there because that's all it's going to be. I'm not going to, I really doubt I'm going to start tearing up. I really doubt I'm going to be like, what? What?
We'll just do like, what's it? Yeah. I'll just change out the picture for the various faces I have saved.
That's fair, actually. Okay. Now, don't be jump scared, guys. I don't know if I did this on stream or not. But my characters are dripped out to the extreme. Oh. You guys remember, like, the first episode of Breaking Bad? It's me right now.
I think
in
that was
game and
actually
IRL.
every episode.
Anyway. Yeah, everyone's looking good.
My people look better.
I doubt. Where is journal? I don't know what order we want to go in. Probably just the normal order.
Makes sense.
I miss you. I don't have the right to miss you, but I do. I wish I could talk to you. Tell you. Fuck. I don't know what I would tell you. Just ask that you forgive me. Julie. Forgive me. I'm not a traitor. I'm not. I'm trying to save us all. But you're right. I am a coward. I'm a fucking coward. You deserved to know why, but I couldn't. I couldn't face you properly. Not, and still do, what had to be done. Papa believes you're Clair's creation, and even if you're not, we can no longer trust you. But I think you just wanted answers. Why couldn't you just let it go? Why did you convince them to abduct me, interrogate me? No. Fuck, I shouldn't say that. You thought I was a traitor. You were doing what you thought was right, just like we are. I swear to you, I'm doing what's right. I should have known when you started questioning things that you wouldn't be fooled. But how could I even explain? You'd have thought I'd gone mad. Doppelgangers. Canvas worlds. Man. But Papa's right. We can't take the risk. Too much is at stake. It had to be done. It had to. Clair already took our sister. If we want to save our family, our world, our people, we can't take any chances. And once we free Mama, she'll bring you back. It won't be forever. I promise. I promise. We deserve to live. All of us. We deserve to to exist.
Okay. Well, that first one did take forever.
Yeah, we might be here a while.
I don't think all of them were that long. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
That was good, you know. His crisis. Pretty much, yeah. Anyway, Alean.
His little grin. So proud of his latest creation. But at least those memories remain. What hurts more are the memories unmade. The conversations we'll never have. The time we'll never spend. I want rage to consume me. Anything to fill the hollow. But rage won't come. And I just float in an endless nothingness. The person I cannot be around is Alicia. Her pain is a broken mirror. The shards reflecting back tenfold, and every moment with her the cuts deepen and I feel myself unraveling. I know what he'll say. But this is the first time I've felt any surcease. For a few moments a day, my heart beats again.
Okay. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But how? With someone who refuses to talk. We don't even share the bonds of grief anymore. She walks her path, and I walk mine. I don't exist to her. None of us do. She's left us all behind to drown by ourselves so that she can drown alone.
Okay.
That's depressing.
Yeah. The man, or, yeah. First.
People come and people go. The one who will always be there for you is you. Little one, there's more to life if you can just see how big the sky truly is. Reach out your hand, and it's yours.
It's like the Reacher.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what all these unknowns and survivors are, is just the axioms.
That can make sense.
Anyway, second one.
Art can be a window, and art can be a mirror. And great art is both. Son, you'll never be a true artist if there's always a mask between you and the viewer, especially when the viewer is you.
Okay. Seems kind of like the
Whoa.
mask guy. Like the mask maker or whatever it is. He was an axiom. Obviously not them, but more so talking about them.
Eh.
Because it seems like this is basically what he heard from people. And technically though, it's his painting, right? Like Verso's, the real
Yeah.
Verso. But did he make the Renoir that did that, or was the real Renoir the one that made the axioms?
Renoir make all the axioms?
Yeah, I think that's what it was saying. But see, the thing that's weird is because basically the whole Alicia and Verso and the mansion, all that, like that part, that's like Verso's version of them, isn't it? Or no? Is that the real Renoirs made them? But they were also protecting the painters, weren't they? So
It's a good question.
I'm just
I
trying to
imagine
think
Renoir wouldn't
which
have
one made
made
the axioms.
All the actual axons.
Which one?
If
The
he
real
needed
Renoir?
there. I don't know. Because the real Renoir wouldn't... He would have wanted to use their power to make a sword, so why would he make them into accents?
Yeah, but also, how would the other Renoir do that unless just given power, but they were fighting over chroma, and I thought the point was that the real Renoir made the axioms to like fight that. But then it also seems like,
Yeah.
obviously, at least, at the
He
very
also
least,
made the Reacher, at least, right?
yeah. But the Reacher was like for Alicia, but it's also that version of Alicia, which makes me think it would be the what's it? Not the real Renoir. So I wonder if it was Verso who drew these, and this is just what sounds like Renoir, but people talking to him, and he decided to make Axiom based on him, like the Mask and the Reacher and whatever these other two are.
Yeah.
That'd be my best bet. Anyway, third one.
You speak to me of perfection, but is there really any such thing? Or is it a siren leading us astray? I happily predict that neither of us will ever summit that elusive peak, but I care little as long as we walk together. Art gives us the perception of control. For a moment as I paint, I find order among the chaos. That is, for me, a moment of pure contentment. And that is truly better than perfection.
Okay, that seems to be about Serene.
Whoa, perfection. That's like Verso's thing.
Mm-hmm. But better than perfection.
True.
Ranks.
Rep in.
Anyway, Survivor, I guess.
Melanie, 5th of February. The Brigadiers are overdue from their mission to the monolith, and we've lost half our remaining fighting strength to these creatures and their relentless assault. All adults have taken up arms, but I'm a bookkeeper. What am I supposed to do? Count them before they slaughter us? We've hidden the children. At least they're warm and dry in the cellars, but rations are running low. Things are calmer now at the hospital, but that's because most die before we can get to them. I guess I'm living out of pure stubbornness at this point. Survival isn't really survival anymore. Everyone's so quiet lately. Afraid we'll draw attention. Sometimes I talk to myself just to hear another human voice. Trevor, you promised I could die before you. You promised.
Okay.
But who's Trevor?
Yeah, I don't know, because is this one of the survivors of our expedition? Like Expedition
That's a
33?
good question, actually.
Because I feel like
I'll
otherwise,
describe the fracture.
which is like the first one?
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, no. The Trevor sounds familiar, but the Melanie does not.
Unfamiliar.
Another thing that they bring up here is like rations and stuff, and I find it funny that we never had to worry about food. But also, from a gameplay standpoint, good, right? Because I would not want either to be forced to have to deal with a food system or have like food for buffs. I'm glad that doesn't exist. However, from a story standpoint, I feel like they must have needed something. So I feel like it seems weird, even if it was like eating Nevrons or something weird. But I don't know. Just seems weird that it was never brought up.
Nevrons.
Journal 34.
What about 33?
Corin, 34th Expedition. Looks like our elemental focus strategy didn't pay off. Who would have thought some Nevrons would be immune to every element?
Huh. Weird.
We have
Immune to every
discovered
element.
so much, though.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect there is a deeper level of chroma beyond what pigtoes enable us to manipulate. The pull of chroma grows as we get closer to the monolith. But thus far, we've been unable to tap into those flows. Maybe Gustav's idea to convert chroma from pigtoes to... what did he call it? Lumina. Maybe that's not so crazy after all.
Hey, Gustav mentioned.
True. So crazy it just might work.
True. 35.
Matteo, 3-5. They were so brave. So that's what it means to lay the trail. I survived and will continue on. But to all the heroes of my team, I dedicate our journal. All of them were bleeding out from our battle with the terrifying Nevron roaming this area. Yet in their final moments, they used their bodies to create a bridge for those who come after. Expedition 3-5 is over. But tomorrow comes.
Okay, well, the end part's kind of sick.
Very true.
But also, this isn't Falling Leaves. What was the boss of Falling Leaves?
Yeah. I'm trying to find out. Scavenger?
Scavenger?
Oh. Maybe I know this guy. It's
Sound
like
like
the
you
boss that we had to like go up the big place and fought him was pretty early on.
Oh, the really annoying big guy that has like
Oh
own
yeah, 'cause
cutscene
the
and stuff.
dark face boss with like the moon.
Yeah, the one that like would fade in and out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I wasn't
yeah.
sure if I was mixing it up slightly with the Sea of Stars boss. I think it was Sea of Stars. Now I'm
Yeah,
confused.
sure. Anyway, yeah, that is a terrifying Nevron. So
Yeah.
I can see how they lost that. Okay, 36. The white tree. Where's the white tree?
That might be in Renoir's? No, because that's the golden tree. And I know where the blue tree is, but what's the white tree?
Well, it seems like just a poem, but I'm still curious. The white tree. I don't know. I want to remember the areas. Whatever. Let's listen to it first.
Isabel of 36. Winter souls drift through the night and land soft upon the moonlit vale, whose snowy shrouds hold tight the hope I'd whispered once long ago. Golden folds adorn the stems, a maze our eyes back to follow, a meditation of winding curves. Deep they flow to center, where lie the edges of another verse, another maze of golden stems and shadows. A sea of pebbles shifting, a wave, a wave, a wave of rock and sand, as sand falls upon our heads, and our heads sink beneath the waves. Along the darkened shores we sink, a pebble in the sea. The rising wind rolls through fragrant stalks of feathergrass, their delicate aroma a balm, their gentle susurrus a lullaby for my aching heart.
Okay. A wave, a wave, a wave. Pretty sick poem.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Believe it or not, it's near the Stonewave Cliffs. And apparently it's one of those areas that we just kind of walk into, and there's an expedition journal and a record, then we leave.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, 37, which is the Gestrel Beach. Oh, I'm excited for this.
Oh.
37th expedition.
Lore?
Should I feel guilty for enjoying what's left of my life? Should I feel guilty for abandoning the others when the expedition was so clearly doomed? Nobody listened to me. Apparently getting slaughtered by Nevrons or this white-haired man is an appealing future for them all. At least I had fun here. I didn't realize how quickly time has passed. The Gamage is tomorrow. I've been trying to overcome this Gestrel's challenge for months now, but it seems even more of a challenge than defeating the Paintress. I guess I'll never see the Gestrel's grand prize. That's my only regret in life.
Felt, this is actually you.
But I did it. I didn't fail. So.
Yeah, but I could see you abandoning the main, goal to just do some Jethro games for the grand prize for months.
Nah, that doesn't sound like me.
Mm-mm. Nexus person's gonna say they went all into XP instead of actual attack power.
That makes sense though. Expedition 38 and Yellow Harvest. It's Yellow Harvest. Trying to think. Yeah, we'll listen to it first.
Expedition 38, Genevieve. We buried Patrick near the lake, so he could be close to water. I know he really missed the aqua farm and his floating gardens. Piorska thinks it's a waste of time to update these journals, but I find it strangely comforting. I suppose at its core, it's a record that we existed, that we still exist. The Gommage is coming, but I feel at peace. Just the two of us, but we managed to carve out a tiny sliver of a life of our own. I should feel guilty, maybe, for abandoning the mission, but I don't. I'm just glad that when tomorrow comes, it'll be Piorska at my side. Until the end.
Okay. Now I'm kind of curious when Yellow Harvest was. I don't remember seeing like a civilization.
Yeah, this was the one with the weird sap person.
Sap person?
Like the big sap person that's hanging from the ceiling.
That was Yellow Harvest?
That's what it's saying.
Interesting.
Oh, and this is also the place that had the 3 chromatic enemies. With the spoon and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I gotcha.
Probably found it.
Yeah, probably. Okay, Visages, which that's the mask area, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's listen.
Expedition 39. Albert. Edith's not back. So until then, we stay on recon. All these masks are freaking me out. They're fucking creepy. I swear I could hear one of them singing. The Nevrons around here behave so strangely. Almost like they don't really want to kill us. They still do, though. This place is making me crazy. Maybe if I wore one of these masks, they'd leave me alone.
Crazy.
This guy's got away with words. Also, bad idea.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like splitting up in a horror movie.
Yeah. But also, I feel like some of it's supposed to be like their final sign-off. So it's like, you know, maybe I'll put on the mask, ha ha ha, and then they did. That happened.
Yeah.
That's.
Especially this one's pretty short compared to some of the other ones.
Mm-hmm. The continent. So this one's just in the continent. Okay.
Guess so.
Okay. We listen.
Avril, 40th Expedition. Gigi and Edmund were leading. They were on a clean glide to the monolith when they flew into some sort of barrier and just gommaged away. Our gliders are useless without a way past the barrier. Bernard's going to explore on foot, see if there's an entrance. But in the meantime, we might as well make ourselves at home. I guess I'll try my hand at fishing. Assuming those sea Nevrons left any fish for us to eat. Rest in peace, Gigi and Edmund.
Okay.
Unlucky, really.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they were just making their way to the Paintress, or was it a different barrier? I'm guessing that.
I think just to the Paintress. And then just, you know, magic barrier forms dead.
Wild. Wild. The Forgotten Battlefield. Okay, okay. I listen.
Emily, Expedition Wolf 41. My bag's getting weighed down from all my kills. Maybe I need to pick smaller trophies. Estelle bagged 7 of those armoured nevs. So I've got to get at least 8 in this next batch if I'm going to beat her. Leah showed me how to double up my weapon pictos. Might not be stable, but the bang's going to be worth it. The paintbress might be out of our reach, but her minions aren't. And if I die, I'm going to make sure I die big. Like Xavier says, Subtlety is not our game. We only live till 40. So let's go make some friends.
I like the spirit.
I agree.
It's also Xavier. Instead of like Xavier or whatever. Like in Monster from Nox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who cares, really? I mean...
True, true. Old Lumiere. Okay. I listen.
Armand, Expedition 42. It's been 2 weeks, and still no word from Freya or Olivier. They've never missed a check-in before, no matter how exciting their find. Oh, my friends, I hope the end was swift. The grandest exhibit is likely our last, but as Olivier would say, it is also our grandest. I wish you were here, making that joke for the 1000th time. I'm proud of our work. We've pieced together so much. I just wish we had more time. The Gommage is still a few months away. Perhaps I can make one last trek. If you're reading this, my unknown future friend, I hope the information we've gathered helps you find answers. We've done what we could, in the hopes that you will prevail. Tomorrow comes.
Okay.
Puns. Gotta love them.
Uh-huh.
This one seems a little aggressive.
43.
Yeah.
The continent. Okay, let's listen.
Ooh,
Oh,
looks
by
like
Sabine.
it's about the, Serpent Fair. If I had guessed.
I'm definitely curious.
Expedition 43. Sabine. That damn snake destroyed all our submarines in a matter of minutes. And now we're stuck with no equipment, no food, no water, nothing. No way to get off this island, and no way to kill that bloody serpent. Putain, the painters must be laughing. Diverting the resources of the entire engineering and defense divisions to construct those subs. And mad, all the people who trusted our vision and volunteered their lives. If we die stranded on this tiny island after everything we went through to get here, my ghost will haunt her blasted monolith and this island and that stupid snake for all time. Merde!
It is a pretty stupid snake, I will agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty much how I felt about it, so, yeah. It makes me wonder,
a lot of ghosts
since
wasn't that thing.
the ages are going up, so it makes me wonder if any of the things are just going to be really weak. Like, was Expedition 60 years old, you think? Or do you think they were still, like, younger? They just went when they were younger.
Probably that. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like even at 40 it's weird, but also if it's at all time just basically a desperate attempt.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'd be crazy to go and you're like 20 years below Gommage.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they're crazy. Also, this one's another one in Yellow Harvest.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Nicholas, Expedition 44. The idea was you'd only have to fool the first one. Then Jules can wear its carcass to trap the next, and so on, until we all have proper cover. But disguising ourselves as Nevrons has proven to be extremely ineffective, to say the least. Maybe they recognize each other by their chroma. Anyway, it was an utter failure. To any expeditions that follow our trail, do not disguise yourselves as Nevrons. It doesn't work.
I don't know, I feel like it would work.
Try it.
I think that's mostly like smell based though. You know?
Yeah. I'm imagining this is probably where we got this probably from the chromatic ones.
Crushing Cavern. I think this was that one. The one with the sapling thing. Maybe not.
Yeah.
What, you said that was the other one?
Which one?
maybe even Yellow Harvest.
Not the sapling, like the big sap person that we talked to.
Oh, gotcha. I just didn't realize that 34 was in the crows.
Yeah. Someone tells me that guy was probably immune to all elements.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Crouching Cavern.
Cassandra, 45th. Oh shit, they were all crushed. If Timothy hadn't pushed me out of the way. But both my legs are crushed as well. And I don't know how much longer I have. I wish I could have avenged you all. If anyone finds this journal, do not enter this cave. The Nevron inside will crush you.
I believe it, except I throttled him because I was over
Bang,
leveled.
bang. That's it. That's all it took.
Okay, Serene Stress. Okay, is this the one that we got for Lune?
Probably.
Expedition 46. Annalie. Brigitte finally succumbed to her infection. She fought off that blasted Nevron for 4 days and 4 nights, saving the rest of us, but it gashed her badly. Toward the end, she seemed almost peaceful. She said not to worry. Her daughter Lune will finish their work.
Okay. This is also in the continent. Thomas of the 47th Drunken Brigade. Okay, well this will be good.
Intriguing.
Thomas of the 47th Drunken Brigade.
He's got it. Who's surprised?
Benjamin's been calling us the Drunken Brigade. I love it. Yeah, we do our best work after a few. The trick is finding that perfect point where your nerves have calmed enough that your mind and body are one, but not so calm that your reactions are dulled. Some of the lads haven't quite managed riding that edge. But I remain in full control of my body and thoughts. Oh, sounds like someone spotted another Nevron. Better fuel up for our next dance. For Lumiere!
They seem like a fun
I like this
expedition.
guy.
The Stone Quarry.
I vaguely remember this place.
Is this where I fought the guy? Or no?
That's a good question.
I don't know, listen, maybe it'll give away.
Vanson, 48th. He wouldn't listen. Just kept running everyone into the ground. He acted as if he was the only true believer. That we had to trust him. 5 dead, and he wanted to double down. Thomas not so subtly insinuated that Jean should be relieved of duty. Mutiny. Something I'd never have countenanced. Yet I have a duty to them too. It's a gutting realization. What has to be done? The mission is too important. The team is too important. We can't just throw our lives away for nothing. I hate that it came to this. But he broke our trust. Under Expedition Code 23, Jean Fournier is hereby relieved of duty. I, Vanson Constantine, have assumed command and have designated Thomas Flegov as lieutenant.
Okay.
I mean, business.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like there wasn't a lot of Stone Quarry aside from the Troubadour, like the friendly one.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some more fallen leaves. Okay, yeah.
Christoph, Expedition 49. We can hold the line for another few days, but we need to find a way out. Our water supply is running dangerously low. Focusing our strategy around healing was a smart move. But we can't take down an Everin like this with our weak firepower and our backs against the wall. We can keep the fighters healed for quite some time, but not without water. Even with water, we'd eventually run out of stamina. For our allies who come after, sadly our lives may have proven that defense is both absolutely necessary and wholly insufficient.
True.
Oh, I figured that out.
Yeah, we learned that one. Stonewave Cliffs. I don't think anything
Color
bad happened
trees.
here.
True. Not anything they know about.
True.
Lucille of the 50th. Our beautiful wheel. Wedged upon the rocks. A casualty of the massive serpent of the sea.
Of course.
But even shattered,
What?
its presence is still comforting.
Serpent.
Adrian and Gabriel are doing their best to sustain morale, but with no food, no clean water, no way to fix the wheel, our fate is quite clear. Well, to me at least. But I have no desire to hold back the hopes of others. Perhaps. Perhaps we will find a way back. Still, these moments of quiet, sitting on the beach, are also a source of contentment. All our lives we've been running, trying to outrace time, trying to reach an unreachable goal. And now we can finally rest. At least we got to see some of the wonders of this world. Even the serpent, cruel as it is a deadly elegance that is mesmerizing. But oh, what other marvels might we have seen had we been able to keep rolling? I sometimes wonder what it would have been like to grow up outside the dome. Perhaps even live amongst the Nevrons. Could we have achieved a form of peace? Or even prospered alongside them?
I don't think so. I think the Neverons seem
I'm
pretty
curious-
disgusted on evil.
Yeah. They are, in fact, programmed to kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very curious what this wheel is.
What do you mean? Like in this thing I'm talking about it, or?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably just the Ferris wheel thing. I think it was they used it to cross the ocean or something like that without SKA, something like that. I don't know. Frozen Hearts.
Ooh.
This will be a long one.
Probably about them getting lost.
Expedition 51.
Missing half the
Shortly
thing.
after dawn. Death was a kindness, for Maxim was in a great deal of pain. Pain we could not help him carry. Tomorrow comes, and it comes for us all. May it bring you the gift of peace, and not just the gift of sorrow. No one else will ever understand. Not the way my fellow expeditioners understand. Maxim, Clement, Fabienne, Guillaume, Carla. We're bound by something deeper than blood or love. There is a shared unity, a shared trust, born from all we've been through. We carry each other's lives in our hands. There is no greater intimacy. I'm no longer lost. I know exactly who I am now, and exactly what I'm capable of. Life is not easy. Life was never easy. But we have each other, and that makes all the difference.
He actually was no longer lost, dude.
Dang. Which means that he was lost.
Oh, the Jestro village.
Oh.
This will be a good one.
Teo, 52nd expedition. Man, I could barely think straight. Hulking Jestro broke my skull. What the fuck kind of friendly fight was that? Oh, I'm bleeding out, but their medic is bloody useless. He just keeps telling me about his bone problems. But I'm gonna die here, aren't I?
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, who do you think it was
What?
that broke his skull?
Oh, I can think of one really intense one. You know,
I don't think his the rest of his skull would survive though.
that's actually true. The small virgin. Oh, it's this little guy that became a big guy and then we murdered.
I didn't murder him.
I did.
Expedition 53, Lilu. Dominique's other injuries are manageable, but she's been in a coma for 2 weeks with no change. Fuck. What do we do? We can't just leave her here. But what about the mission? Lance says give her 1 more week, but Dom would have wanted us to go on. She'd have yelled at us for even staying this long. It's the right choice. It is. Even if it doesn't feel like it, right? Right? Pons found a plant, tested it on some animals, says it'll be painless for Dom. He's preparing a tincture. It's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. But it's what she would have wanted.
Okay, I don't really see how this involves the thing, but like the area. Yeah,
Maybe before he was there.
maybe. Stonewave Cliff's cave. This is
Ooh.
the golem thing. We had to like shoot the crystal.
Constantine, theoretically of the 54th. We're born into a social contract, the terms of which are preset. We can neither negotiate nor decline. Our very first breath, that first wail as an infant, was deemed our consent. Before we can speak, before we even understand what it is that we're born into, we're bound. Lumiere operates a certain way. It favours a certain group and a certain outcome. And if you question the council, well, the council is going to question you. Push too hard to change things, and you just might end up on the next expedition. So, nothing ever changes. They just send us out to die, dissent us, and the status quo continues. At least out here, I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't bear the others any ill will. They have good intentions. But I'm not here for the painters. I'm here to build a new Lumiere.
Bad place to do that, but
Yeah, how far do we think you made it?
probably to the fight, and then a beach.
Yeah.
Something about Serene, or at least in Serene. At least if they died.
Gilles, 55th. I don't understand. The weaponry worked brilliantly up to now. Augmenting Pictos with music was a stroke of genius. But the sonics have no effect on the Nephrons here. It's as if they can't even hear our music. They just keep dancing to their own. We're running out of ideas. I miss my girls so much it kills me. It hurts thinking that I could have been home right now playing music while they dance. Rochelle would have given birth by now. I could be holding my first grandchild. Instead, I'm here. No. No. There's still a chance, and someone has to fight for them. I can't let them down. Drums, maybe that will work. They can't hear our music, but perhaps they will feel it.
It's kind of metal, actually.
Kinda is.
So they were just fighting with music?
Seems like it.
It's a shame they got a terrible matchup.
Yeah.
So
Why are they
Wave
even
Cliffs.
fighting the accents?
Well, I think they said one of the Axums, like with Verso, tried to fight them, remember?
That's
but then
fair.
they failed. But that's still why Verso said that was the easiest one. Still weakened or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's a bad matchup. They probably should have fought a different one.
I'm pretty sure the other one was the easier one. And we both decided to take on the harder one.
We did?
Mm.
So Serene was the more difficult one?
I think so.
I don't know if that was the case, because wasn't the other one Visages, or was that the third one?
Mm-hmm. The third one was just the Reacher.
Yeah,
because there were only two that we had to kill.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that one was the easier one that they weakened, though. I don't see how the mask person would have been weakened.
I mean, they wouldn't have actually had been weakened. Serene just has, mind control, essentially.
I don't know. Anyway, Stonewave Cliffs. Not the bad happened here.
Wait.
Lizette, 56th. In my youth, I mistook drama for passion. Simone helped me understand the difference. Opened my eyes to an entirely different way to experience the world. How can she be gone? How could they so callously, so nonchalantly destroy such a beautiful soul? Vile, vile, vile!
They just killed her, like she was a worthless Nevron. Those cold-blooded, treacherous, despicable parasites. But my trap worked. We caught one of those white-haired bastards. She looks human, but I know she's a monster. She refuses to speak, but I'll make her talk, and then I will feed her to a Nevron. Then the paintress can take me. I don't care. Nothing matters. I will have justice.
So did they capture...
Okay, tone it down. Who do we think it was?
She. Isn't there only one? Like Mael or Aline or whatever? Or Alicia, that's what I meant.
Yeah. There's also Clair.
Yeah, maybe it was her. I remember Versa talking about one of them being tortured.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember which one.
I'm not sure on Clair's whole situation, though. Pretty sure she's died several times and used both worlds at once or something. I don't know.
I'm not too sure. It also was at the Stonewave Cliffs, but I don't think that really helps.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's another one of the Forgotten Battlefield, though.
Expedition 57, Carla. These siege engines seemed much more powerful in Lumiere. But on this battlefield, next to all these broken bodies, staring at the true size of the monolith, I feel despair. I dare not show my true feelings. As commander, I cannot yield to fear, but I can't help but wonder, is pressing forward the correct course of action? Our lives are forfeit anyway, but is there perhaps a better way to spend such precious coin?
Okay.
Do you think maybe people don't want to die?
Yeah, I think so. Another one, Old Lumiere.
Expedition 58, Delphine. The behemoth is such a marvel. It has a small city on its back that I really want to explore. But the others think it's too risky, too easy to get caught by the Nevs around here. Verso called this thing an axon. Apparently they are incredibly powerful, with hearts of pure chroma, utterly unkillable. Except, clearly, something did. Verso and his father, Renoir, spent years trying to kill the axons, hoping to forge their hearts into a weapon to break the barrier. But no dice. I bet the curator would love to get his hands on one of those hearts. He could easily forge such a weapon.
That seems like some important lore.
Yeah, so other people did have access to Verso and the curator. Makes sense why they're trying to kill Axons.
Yeah. The only thing though is that it just seems weird because I don't know, it just seems weird. The curator can do it, which is like fine, but then also why was Renoir trying to kill the Axioms unless they were also trying to destroy the barrier? At least the beginning.
Yeah, unless they never saw Renoir and the curator at the same spot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if they're both real Renoir, then that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. However, yeah, I remember seeing the dead Axiom, but I don't remember what it looked like.
I remember what it looked like, because I didn't remember seeing it before, but when I was traveling through the map, I saw it.
Gotcha. 59. Yellow Harvest.
Julian, 59er. Disgusting. Law's an idiot. I can't believe she convinced everyone to eat the Nevron. They've been puking for the past few hours. Great. Well, we can't move on with so many people sick. I told her it was a bad idea. Hopefully they'll feel better with some mushroom broth to settle their stomachs.
It happened. They did it.
60. I'm ready for this.
Heck yeah.
We are impervious. That's the first thing I see.
William, Expedition 60. They mocked us when we said the human body is the strongest of them all. We trained relentlessly, and now our bodies have achieved the pinnacle of human performance, with which we are able to crush our enemies. We are so much more agile and aerodynamic without the heavy uniforms constraining our glorious muscles. With Leslie's unstoppable training regime, we are impervious. That's how we were able to charge through that ghostly Gamage barrier and reach the Paintress. But it seems we've been wrong about what she is. The Paintress is just as trapped as we. The real terror lies beneath the monolith. The rest of Expedition 60 marched on to confront him, while I was tasked to warn Lumiere. But it seems I might have run out of time. One last swim separates me from Lumiere, but even with my mighty muscles, I don't know if I can outswim the Gamage. So here I write my final message. Bare naked muscles will save the world. And don't waste time on the Paintress. Aim for the bottom of the monolith.
Is this the one we picked up in the water?
Probably.
Oh yeah, because that one was in Lumiere, wasn't it?
Because I was wondering, like, if this was in Lumiere, why wouldn't we have found it when we were, you know, there at the beginning?
Interesting, because if we would have found that, that could have saved some time.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. Yeah, Expedition 60 seemed pretty powerful.
Yeah, and he also made it pretty close on his swim.
Yeah. And also, apparently something about Golgra was trained by Expedition 60, using the same regiment or whatever. That's why they're so OP.
To be fair, pretty good idea, considering, you know, kind of immortal.
And plus, then they could carry on the technique.
Yeah, and proceed to beat us into a pulp.
Yeah, and kill that one guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, 61. The Reacher.
Expedition 61. Margot. See, but I disagree. I don't think she's lonely. She's alone, but she's not lonely. They clearly have some sort of society here, and she's the odd one out. Well, except for her co-conspirator in the workshop. I've never seen creatures fighting amongst themselves before. I admit I'm impressed by her creativity and drive. I feel almost like a traitor for saying it. But there's something about her. You can't help but want her to reach the sky.
I think they died. Was it two of them?
I don't know. They don't sound very, okay.
Yeah. Another continent one.
Vergier, Expedition 62. Eugène beat the rest of us to 100 kills. But I'm still 3 shy. I might need to do some solo hunting if I'm going to even up the score. Oh, I can hear a big Nev coming. They count for double. If I kill it quick, I can boost my score.
Think you boosted the score?
I like that one. Doesn't leave much to the imagination.
Yeah. It was probably a chromatic jar. I'll be honest. Probably could find out what if we knew. Yeah.
That,
I am curious myself. Give us some elevator music while we're waiting for Jared.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm all out of elevator tunes.
Tragic. Not finding anything on where this is close to. It says it's north of the industrial village. That's all I know.
And who cares? We start on 63. Why'd it just reset? Now I gotta go all the way down to 63.
63rd. Damien. Damn it. I can't believe we crashed into this. Whatever this massive thing is. So much for Gerald's vaunted reinforced front plates. I can't believe we have to abandon the cars already. We're nowhere close to the paintress. I'll definitely have a concussion. I could have sworn I saw some gestrels running out of that thing. I'm definitely hallucinating. Damn it, Hector. I told you to slow down!
Okay. Was the ancient sanctuary just the place with the Sakpata stuff, like leading to the village?
I think so.
Gotcha. Something about cars?
Yeah, I think they were just rolling around in the place.
They also said, they did say crashed into this. So yeah, I guess they were just driving cars and smashed into this thing. Like, well, guess we better explore. Another continent one.
Ooh.
Ben, 64, Epsilon. We radioed our first report to Gamma. The line is good. Alpha will be out of radio range for a few days as they investigate down coast. They spotted an interesting island which could make a good relay point for the southern half of the continent. But Gamma hasn't heard from Beta in 2 weeks. Marceau should reach her in another day. I hope Kalina's okay. But it seems someone is using our radios against us. How do they even know our codes? Nobody's used them since the fracture. Sean fears we've been betrayed, but I refuse to believe that.
I think it was Verso. Bad guy Verso.
It could be like Verso or any of one of the person. So
Yeah.
I don't like his chances.
Minoko Station.
Ooh.
Expedition 65, Aurelian. The Grandes have embraced us with such warmth and hope. What a balm for the soul to know that other beings survived. That we in Lumiere are not alone. It truly is a miracle. The Grandes retreated to higher ground after Neverons overran their lands. It is bittersweet, but at least the most important parts of their civilization will survive. Their children. Fortunately for them, they do not appear affected by the Gommage the way we are. It is painful knowing our expedition has failed. But at least we can enjoy our final days among friends.
That's cool.
Not depressing?
Yeah. That's
Kinda
is an
crazy.
ass. But this is only good things.
Expedition 66, Marcel. Damn you, SK, and your stupid mushrooms. Your friend ate them with no problem, but it also seems your friend was immortal. That's the sort of extremely relevant detail that you should mention at the start. Oh, stop crying. You're not the one about to die. I can't believe this is the end of our expedition. We've learned nothing and achieved nothing, and we're not even leaving anything useful for future expeditions. Damn it all, I should never have trusted a giant talking marshmallow. Great, and now I'm losing consciousness.
Tough.
I think Eski is the real villain, let's be honest.
I agree.
67 on Serene.
Luke, Expedition 67. We're out of explosives, but we've made enough holes in this place to reach that giant woman in the center. But something weird's going on. Everyone's been swept up in strange emotions. It both feels like us, but also not like us. Marguerite reckons we're feeling the overflow from that giant woman's feelings. Empathic distress, I think she called it. Like her mind is flooding the area with her thoughts and feelings. Maybe we'll just stay here and enjoy the melody.
They lost it.
I think they had a fun time. It's all that's all that really matters.
True. Flying Waters. My favorite area.
Who do you think they got here?
68.
No one.
It's a miracle any of us survived. We were caught in the maelstrom and flung from wave to wave. We lost the moon and the stars, condemned to a never-ending darkness of punishing rain and raging clouds. The Paintress sent a storm to overcome us, but it is we who have overcome the storm. After surviving that,
Crushing those Nevrons was almost an afterthought. Strength and resilience, it's how we survived that storm. And it's how we grabbed victory. It wasn't even a battle. It was an ink bath. We squeezed those Nevs dry. But this new one looks tougher than the others.
Insane. Which one is this? The Golbu or Golgu or something like that?
I think so.
Gotcha. Oh, another Visages, 69th expedition.
Think they're also gonna try and put it on a mask.
Yeah.
69th Expedition. Fleur. Good thing Anthony upgraded all the climbing handholds. Not only are they much easier to install in the cliff faces, they're also a lot nicer to use. We're setting the last few handholds tomorrow. Then we can finally get out of these caverns and see the sun again. I can't wait to rejoin the mountaineering team. I still remember that first mountain we scaled. Watching the sun rise above the clouds was magical. But rappelling down as we set the handholds was pure exhilaration. I know some of the others chafe at being restricted to recon only. I get it's not very satisfying making maps and prepping trails while people are dying. But this prep work will pay off in the long run. It may not be glamorous, but truly essential work rarely is. Doesn't make it any less important. And as the Expedition 69 motto says, we are literally laying a trail for the ones who come after. Step by step, handhold by handhold, each expedition carries the next one forward.
Okay, so I'm guessing they were the climbing expedition.
Or a second climbing expedition.
Yeah.
It seems like they upgraded them rather than just installing them in the first place.
Maybe. Ooh, this one's talking about grapple points. Okay. Inside the monolith. Okay. They made it far.
Charlotte, 70.
Yeah.
We finally installed the last set of grapple points, with only days to spare. And for the first time, I feel real hope. This is our gift for all the expeditions to come. I am incredibly proud of our team. The interior of the monolith is perhaps the harshest landscape we've encountered. The final set of grapple points were excruciatingly complex to place and required painstaking focus and skill. But we were bold. We were ambitious, and we refused to stop. There's no other group of people I'd rather be with, and it is an honor to die by their side. It is fitting that we greet our end together within the monolith that has loomed over us for so long. Though this Nevron has won the battle, the expeditions shall win the war. Tomorrow is here.
Which one do you think it was? Which Nevron? Or do you think it was kind of...
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure that's the one with, like, the Clairs and the Obscures, right?
Yeah, I think inside the monolith had, like, all the tainted places.
It was probably the mime.
That's fair.
78. Pretty big gap.
Yeah.
The 78. Maxence. Stealing the airships. But we knew we had to try, and it worked. We deserve strong leaders, not those old fools on the council hiding under the dome. Under their control, our people are condemned to a slow, inevitable extinction. Their timid half-steps achieve nothing. The answers are not in Lumiere. They are out here. Our only choice is to take matters into our own hands. Fortune favors the bold. We must forge ahead with conviction.
Gotta go crazy.
Yeah.
Seems like these first expeditions are a lot more productive.
Yeah. Seems like everyone else is just kind of fighting and dying.
people are already inside the monolith, and 60 realize everything, and then
Yeah.
not much else happened. Okay. Expedition 81, Spring Meadows, which is like the first place.
Expedition 81, Renee. Huge discovery. This is the first Nevron with whom we've been able to communicate. It seems stuck in this cave. Gregoire is, as usual, deeply suspicious, but this could change our entire understanding of Nevrons and the Paintress.
The cutoff.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, this seems like a long one. The Fountain. This is the Nevron quest one, right?
Is. Yeah.
Yasmin.
I don't like the
Monolith
chances.
Year 84. My favorite theory is that she's some crazy demonic maths teacher, and this is our punishment for failing at numbers. A load of superstitious hysteria, but at least we're here now. It's worth it just to walk these valleys. I've barely seen a meadow since Lady Genocide and her poison smoke took up residence. And the sky. I feel almost naked without the dome above us. We're so exposed, but it's thrilling too. We landed at the exact spot where Expedition Zero touched ground and retraced their route. But there's not a single scrap of cloth or body anywhere. Bloody hell, we're out here chasing shadows. 15-year-old shadows. I'm glad we restarted the expeditions. But how the hell are we supposed to find them? No trail could last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the time was the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Now Julie. Search and rescue. Did we already read this one? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
Don't think so.
Yeah, it was.
Julie, search and rescue. I know what I saw. He died. Fucking died. That attack destroyed half his torso. There's no walking away from that. But when I found him, he was unconscious but whole. His uniform was destroyed, yes, but his chest was merely bruised. He says the blast just missed him, and it was chaotic during battle, so I probably misunderstood what I saw. Bullshit! Absolute bloody bullshit! He and his father keep saying the Paintress is the solution, not the problem. But I don't buy it anymore. I think they're lying about what happened to Expedition Zero. Somehow, everyone else died, but they walked out without a scratch. It hurts to think he'd betray us. But nobody ever expects to be betrayed. His mistake, though. He's thinking his charm is sufficient to sell his lies. We'll take him tomorrow night. Claude, Louise, and Dion are no fools. They saw what I saw. We will get answers. And if he is a traitor, then he will share the fate of traitors.
You know, Versa just seems like more and more of a horrible person. But it's fine. It's fine. Now for what we've all been waiting for. Simon.
It's true.
Simon.
Simon.
Watch it not be pronounced Simon.
More and more of my mind is fading away.
It's
I must put my words down on paper before I lose myself entirely. My beautiful Clair. What did she do to you? That paintress. She fooled me. She looked so much like you, and I believed her story. She granted me the power to fell the axons and enter the monolith. I realized too late that she had warped my mind. That she had in fact taken you away. Locked you somewhere I could never reach. And set me on a path to destroy your future. But then I met Aline, who showed me that I could save you. With her help, I descended to the bottom of the monolith, where Aline had sealed him away. The one who brings the Gamache. The one who threatens our very existence. But his powers are strong, and I'm finding it harder and harder to fight his influence over my mind. My mind is breaking. My final thoughts are only a few. I despair. But one day, our suffering will end, and we will find our way back to each other. In this life, or another.
Okay. I don't know what good. I think it's Renoirs. I don't know. Nothing. Putting on some intro or outro music.
It better not be on the air.
It's not.
Probably just for music then. Using grooving a little too hard.
It's like I'm starting a game show. Like that, Minoko?
What'd you play?
Nothing, don't worry about it. No one will ever see it.
Nothing?
It's relevant.
I'm just gonna assume you played Minoko. It is pretty groovin'.
I don't think this is even the... Maybe it is. Maybe it just needs to pick up.
See, it's hard with a song like Minoko's to not imagine him playing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're just scared of how much power I would have if you were streaming this out of all the info.
Actually true, though. I don't know what the song's called.
What song, huh?
The cool one.
Our Drafts Collide is a cool one.
I don't think that's it. Could be, though.
I feel like it didn't start this slow.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was Renoir's theme. Maybe not. I clicked it, I didn't find anything. It's fine. Whatever. Anyway, some good lore. Yeah.
You don't want to sit here and listen to all the music as planned? You don't listen to like 30 like 8-minute songs?
There's like there's a couple songs that were really banger. Obviously Minoko's and Renoir's theme were like really good, but I know there was some other like
I know our Drafts Collide is good, but I'm like a minute in right now and it's not hitting.
Well, that wraps up our Clair Obscure everything. We might do New Game Plus in the future, especially if they add a bunch of stuff / like DLC and all that. But yeah, for now we're done. I don't think we need to like really do a review here because we're basically just doing it for lore. But yeah, lore was sick. I liked it. Expedition 60 does seem incredibly strong. The music one also seems pretty cool. I give it a
33 out of 33.
You're stupid. We all died of cringe.
Literally name one person who wouldn't make that joke.
Everyone. Me. So,
that's not one person. You fail.
So as always, make sure to lickety-like, follow, and obey, and we'll catch you on the flippity-flop ribbit description for all the goodies. But yeah, we'll see you guys later. Peace.